You fall in love, believe you found the right person, make plans, dream of a future together. But over time, things change. What was passion becomes routine. What was complicity becomes conflict. And you ask yourself, where did it all go wrong? Arthur Schopenhauer, a 19th-century German philosopher, had a rather peculiar view on love. For him, what we call love is, in reality, a desperate illusion created by nature to drive us to reproduction. Schopenhauer believed that the world is driven by an irrational and blind force he called the will. This will impels us to act, to desire, to seek satisfaction. In the case of love, this will manifests as an impulse for reproduction. He wrote, "Every falling in love, however ethereal it may seem, is rooted solely in the sexual impulse, and is merely a sexual impulse more precisely determined, more specialized, and more individualized in the strict sense of the term." In other words, behind every romance, however sublime it may seem, there is a biological impulse to perpetuate the species. For Schopenhauer, romantic love is a trap set by nature. It makes us believe that we are seeking personal happiness when in fact we are being used for reproductive purposes. He stated that passion was based on the illusion of personal happiness for the benefit of the species. Thus, love is a desperate illusion that leads us to act against our own interests, all in the name of the continuity of life. Suffering after passion. After the fulfillment of amorous desire, the illusion dissipates, and the individual faces reality. Passion disappears, and what remains is routine, conflicts, dissatisfaction. Schopenhauer observed that, after so many sublime, heroic, and infinite efforts, nothing remains for him but a vulgar satisfaction of the senses. Contrary to all expectation, he finds himself no happier than before. This disillusionment is common in many relationships, where the initial passion gives way to a difficult and often painful coexistence. Nature, according to Schopenhauer, is a skillful manipulator. It deceives us, making us believe that we are pursuing our own happiness, when in reality, we are merely serving its purposes. He wrote, "Individual believes he is pursuing his own ends, when in reality he is working for something universal, the species." This perspective leads us to question to what extent our choices are truly our own. Schopenhauer believed that life is a constant search for satisfaction, which is never fully achieved. Love is just one of the many ways we seek to fill the existential void. He stated, "Wanting is essentially suffering, and since living is wanting, all existence is essentially pain." This pessimistic view invites us to reflect on the nature of our desires and the possibility of finding inner peace. Art and compassion. Despite his pessimism, Schopenhauer saw in art and aesthetic contemplation a way to escape temporarily from the tyranny of the will. Through the appreciation of beauty, music, and philosophy, we can find moments of relief and transcendence. He wrote, "Art offers us a refuge from the harshness of life." These moments of contemplation allow us to experience a less painful form of existence. Schopenhauer also saw compassion as a basis for morality. By recognizing the suffering of others as similar to our own, we can act in a more ethical and altruistic manner. He stated, "Compassion is the basis of morality." This perspective encourages us to develop empathy and to act with kindness, even in a world marked by suffering. What this means for you. Understanding Schopenhauer's view of love can be disconcerting, but also liberating. By recognizing the illusions that surround us, we can make more conscious choices and seek more authentic ways of life. This does not mean abandoning love, but rather approaching it with more lucidity, understanding its limitations and illusions. If you have suffered for love, you may find solace in Schopenhauer's philosophy. It reminds us that suffering is part of the human condition, but that we also have the capacity to seek understanding, compassion, and beauty. If this made you reflect, subscribe to the channel and share your experiences in the comments.